What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Two Kims.
One Pod.
I'm Peter Kim.
And I am your other your other host, Eunji Kim.
Yeah, you're the other host, Eunji. And we're the Two Kims. By the way, if you're listening to this, I think I'm in Chicago right now. So please come out on Wednesday, 9/11, to the Lincoln Lodge. I will be doing my hour. Eunji's going to be featuring for me. I don't know if we have a host, but it's going to be a fun night, guys. Come out, have a couple of drinks. We'll be hanging. I love the Lincoln Lodge because you get to hang afterwards. There's a bar next. And it kind of feels like the old IO we were saying. So like I'm excited to be back, and all the rooms feel good.
Yes, all of them. The blue room can be blue, but yeah, generally
I
they're
like
good.
the blue room. That little tight little room.
Yeah, sometimes it can be off.
Oh, I loved it. It was cool. I thought the front room was a little off.
Yeah, but they changed it since you've been there. I think they changed the way that the stage is, so it's not like as crazy. But
I think we're in the blue room.
Okay, that's good. I mean, it's sometimes I'm just saying that sometimes the energy can be.
So bring the energy, folks. All right, come on out. We'd love to see you. Summer's coming to a rip-roaring end. It's over. I mean, Labor Day, I guess, right?
Is that the official end?
That's the official end. You know, kids go to school so early these days.
I know.
My partner's a teacher. You have kids. What the fuck's going on? I remember we didn't go to school till after Labor Day when we.
This
were
was
kids.
Typically you own
the summers
fall.
Have gotten smaller.
Global warming, climate
shorter.
Change. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, there's like a educational benefit to having kids in school longer for the year. Apparently.
Yes, because their parents are less insane.
There you go. They get less beat at home.
I mean, truly, but no, it is. It's like it's just facts. Like, yeah, being in school longer is better. Like, it's
better for learning. I guess
better for learning, keeping the kids' like minds. It's like there is no, like I
feel bad for them though. Like summer was like what being a kid was, And now that I'm an adult, I'm like I guess I'm an adult by body and chronological age.
Yes,
but inside I'm a kid. I'm like trying to chase forever summer.
I was thinking this recently because I was listening to the new Sabrina Carpenter album, and like I felt this when I was listening to Olivia Rodrigo's album as well. It's like being a millennial, being an older millennial at this point in history is so crazy because your body is literally falling apart. Like you are, like you are fully in your 40s. Like I have arthritis in a way that I can't wear my wedding ring anymore. Like
joint pain. I have hip dysplasia. Like
I mean, it's all of it, right?
I sound like an ailing poodle.
Like truly, like our body is disintegrating, so we are feeling our age, but also like the music of a 21-year-old can deeply resonate with you. Like are like
you're
those
always
two things.
That age.
Yes, like you're always these like twin things in a way that's so much more acute because you can really act a fool and act younger than you are in a way like at no other time in history. You can really be a fool.
I mean, just the fact that we
60s.
are pursuing comedy against everyone's will is us holding on to the 21-year-old
and this is the thing. And that's the thing. We're continuing to pursue it. Mm-hmm. We haven't achieved.
Doing it.
We're not doing it. We're pursuing.
Yeah. We're still in pursuit.
We're in pursuit. We're in our 40s. Like
I'm running.
Like, and we have joint pain. Like, it's like, it's truly like no other time in history would a person and the thing is, you can be a fool into your 50s, into your 60s. Like, that is sort of.
Yeah. There's no age limit.
Not anymore.
There's no age limit for tomfoolery.
Not anymore. There used to be.
There's no cap. Well, yeah, there used to be like social decorum. In that way, we always say like it feels like the opposite of South Korea, where like South Korea you can't even like come out as gay because you might be bullied. You know what I mean? As like, I guess that still happens here, but just like the public shaming of it all and like what it means to your family. But here, like there's no families.
I mean, there's no families in Korea either. Like the birth rate is.
I mean, there's no kids.
There's no kids, so there's no families. There's like it's a whole thing.
By the
no
way,
one's getting married.
Speaking of Korea, have you heard of that like Telegram? Have you been reading up on this Telegram scandal? You know
Telegram?
the app Telegram?
Yeah.
So its CEO is in. Well, I guess he just like paid $5 million bail to get out of to be like on trial at a French prison at a French court because they are alleging that this Russian app billionaire or whatever, 29 years old, by the way, they're charging him for like creating and what's it called, upkeeping a place for like violence and drugs and trafficking and blah blah blah, right?
Okay.
Because it's all like encrypted stuff, like communication. So obviously it's the double-edged sword of like people need privacy, but also the privacy, it's the dark web issue, the crypto issue, etc.
Yes.
So South Korea, apparently there is like Telegram groups of hundreds of thousands of men and boys from like 15 up to 50s, like ranging.
Yeah.
And because anyone could have a smartphone now.
Yeah.
And especially in Korea, right? So like there's these groups that are taking pictures of women surreptitiously.
Okay.
And getting deep fake porn made of them and sharing it back and forth. Like this girl was mean to me at a bus today. So like he takes a picture of her and then it circulates a deep fake porn of her doing like crazy stuff.
So this is like, and these are like huge groups of men on Telegram doing this. Because it's like, I've heard of this before.
In Korea, South Korea.
Yeah, very specifically. Because I've heard of this before. This is like a thing. And I think Japan, it was such a problem in Japan, not just the deep fake stuff, which has been happening since AI has gotten so good. But they started doing it. Like the surreptitious picture thing was a huge problem in Japan.
Well, of course. Yeah, and Korea.
Yeah.
Like the upskirt pictures, like having cameras in the bathrooms. Like that's been an issue we've been tracking on this very podcast for the last 7 years, right? So like
we're on the forefront of this issue.
But now it's like being not even that seems like so archaic now. Like sharing pictures of upskirt pictures with each other.
Yeah.
That seems like almost quaint or like twee. Now it's like you have complete deep fake porn of this person. Like talk about like invasion of privacy. You have no like autonomy over yourself anymore, your image.
No.
It's absolutely Orwellian. It's crazy, cuckoo bananas. And I just thought of like how safe I feel from deep fake porn is directly attributed to how bad I'm doing in my career. You know what I mean? Like I'm almost.
Hey, no one want to try to pretend to fuck me.
even as a exercise. As like a coding exercise.
No one's even trying to be mean to you. No one's even trying to seek revenge on you.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even revenge. Like, I'm sure people are doing it of like Blake Lively. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That you don't even know her.
Yes.
And you're just seeing she was mean, so you're like, yeah, I want to see this mean bitch getting railed by.
Or, I mean, it could just also be like a fantasy thing. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but it's a customizable experience. Right,
Yeah.
It's entirely customizable. It's like imagine if you could do that via VR. Like there is, I mean, there has. I do think that as humanity, we do have to make a decision here.
What about what?
About whether or not we will choose
watch or not.
Whether or not we choose God or the devil. Truly.
I think both are present and both are not taking calls.
We have to cast out the devil. We have to say, we rebuke.
What do you mean cast out the devil? Like you have to say like laws against no deepfake porn?
Not laws.
What?
I'm saying that like
Prison time?
Laws, there needs to be like institutional motion against it. But as humans, there has to be this reckoning that needs to occur, which I highly doubt will happen, but I think that, you're seeing it with the birth rate in Korea and all of these like developing countries where seeking fellowship and community and even intimacy in a real way with another genuine human is becoming.
Here she goes with the cult stuff again. Look
No,
at
I'm
her.
just saying
She's drawing up cult stuff.
No, but it's becoming like people are saying like kichane, like they don't want to bother. It's too much trouble. It's easier to just plug in and not. And all our needs are being met except for the most fundamental one, which is
we're metaphorically like the two pandas at the Chinese zoo not wanting to fuck.
This is what I mean.
At the end of their line. Yeah.
And they can't figure out how to do it. And it's because they're both addicted to their smartphone. Because someone put a smartphone into the smartphone into the cage, and the pandas are addicted to that smartphone and would rather watch deep fake porn of other pandas.
Ooh, this one is a red panda.
Yes.
And like, look, the redheads are crazy in bed.
And it's fucking me virtually, right? So why would I even bother having to deal with this mess? Right? Why do I want to fuck you? You're going to expect me to have all these expectations. And like that is the sort of like
what do you say to your single
humanity.
Friends? Like what do you say to your single friend? Like how do they think about like copulation? They probably don't, right? They're like,
most of them.
That's the last thing.
No one is fucking. No one is fucking, and if they are fucking, they're doing it indiscriminately, or they're doing it in. We're like they're
in
always
orgies.
like there's.
It's either no one's fucking or you're doing group sex.
Too much.
Truly, like it's
but
like
no
there's no
relationship.
middle. Like we need a middle class of fucking.
I mean, the way that the capitalism is operating now, there's even a wealth gap in sex, fucking, in relationship, and it's happening.
It's too expensive to fuck.
It's too expensive to get married. It's too expensive to have kids. It's too expensive to do anything.
I know.
So it's
We're getting choked out.
So then, so the alternative is like, maybe, and then the way that like shit is really grinding to a halt, like in like sort of developing countries, it like child wise and family wise, it's like,
you mean birth rate stuff?
Birth rate and marriage.
Here's what
even.
Though. Yeah, marriage for sure.
Coupling.
I think it's okay. I think it's fine. We're severely overpopulated. You know what I mean? Like borders are imaginary. We will figure it out.
There will be
not in yours or my lifetime.
So there will be a great reckoning where those
a redistribution
when those who cannot get on will go under. If you cannot get along with others and you can't figure out how to fuck.
And by the way, pharmaceuticals will be gone. All right, satellites will be down, so you'll have to get a boner without that Cialis, honey. So
sorry.
Better start revving that brain up, that prefrontal cortex up, baby.
Sorry, you better. The Wi-Fi is down. There is no.
The router is smashed.
We had to smash the central computer. We had to kill Hal. So there is no internet. There is no deep fake. So you got to use your imagination. So those with the most charisma. That's right. It's all charisma. It's
uniqueness,
the most
nerve
attractive
and talent.
Thank you.
If you're serving cunt, you will survive.
You will survive. This is what I mean. You must eat.
It's the era of cunt.
It's the end of Brat Summer and the beginning of Cunt Fall.
Cunt ball
of civilization.
Oh man. I mean, summer is done. I do feel like metaphorically we are coming to roost and we are harvesting what we've sowed since the Industrial Revolution. And
wait, can I just say I have been watching I bought a PBS passport.
What's that?
It's like basically I subscribe to PBS as a channel, like as a streaming service. And I've been watching American Experience, American Masters, like before I go to sleep. I've been calling it The Poor Man's Book. And like it's so interesting because I've been watching a lot of stuff about the turn of the century, about the Gilded Age, and very specifically like even William Randolph Hearst. And the parallels like culturally and industrial wise, and like the only thing that is different is this technology. and the inclination of human beings to not want to like connect with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's that sort of shit where like, because remember when the first Twitter revolution happened? Like
The Arab Spring?
Arab Spring, yeah.
Uh-huh. What about it?
It was supposed to be like, it was supposed to usher in this era of like grand revolutions, and it was supposed to be this time. No way.
No.
It hasn't done any of that. And like,
No.
and
If anything, they got ahead of the revolutionaries.
and none of those countries are doing good.
No. You know, it was a spring for a second. That's why it was called a spring, not a volcano or a geyser. It was a little spring.
And then it was fall, and now it's winter.
Yeah. But fall's coming. You know, I love the fall. That's my favorite season. I hope that endures seasons as we get older. And, you know, autumnal...
Peter, what is that?
Autumnal moments are about, you know, because with change, with climate change, season, like,
Yes.
the way we understand seasons are going to change. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
the way we understand, like, storms are going to change. So, like...
It already is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, like, in my lifetime, I've borne witness to... like,
shorter seasons. I mean,
shorter
just even
seasons.
when I lived in Chicago, there's no fall or spring anymore. It's like vroom, winter, vroom, summer, vroom, winter. You know, like it just like passes through. So you see it like,
and it's so much more turbulent. Like the actual storms and snowfall. Like there is not that much snow, but it happens in crazy bursts. There are always
Right.
events.
yeah, exactly.
You know, it's
But
always like you're never getting like a nice fall. Like you know,
nothing's
a
in
nice-
moderation.
This is what I'm saying. Even
Yeah.
weather is
Yeah.
has a wealth gap. There is like
Yeah.
a disparity. It's always the two extreme, the top 1%, and then like the
Yeah.
bottom. And there's just nothing. We just need a middle class. That's what we're hoping for with this Kamala.
Jesus Christ, let's go. Something's got to change.
I do miss the fall though. Fall is
Me
also my
too.
favorite
I'm
season.
excited. Yeah,
It's also my favorite season. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like sweater
well,
weather.
your birthday's kind of like the turn of fall. I feel like your birthday's coming up, and it's like I always think of it because you and my friend have very similar birthdays, Lorene, and you guys were always like the like first week of school. Like it always was like that like feeling of like fresh JanSport on my back, you know, possibly a pair of white ponies.
Oh my god.
That that I am just trudging to middle school and smelling the like slight crisp in the air where it's like turning from late summer into like, oh, things are about to get really bad. And
I mean, to me, the beginning
that's
of every
where I
school,
thrive.
No, the beginning of every school year was chock full of so much promise and possibility. Like
my
truly, I truly started every school year thinking things are going to be different this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like this year, things are turning around for me.
Yeah.
Like
it's going to be a new Eunji Kim.
It's going to be new Eunji Kim. And
Yeah.
yes, I show up with a new JanSport, new whatever.
New Trapper Keeper.
New Trapper Keeper. All
Oh my
fresh.
God.
And the smell of
Your
fresh
penmanship
school
was
supplies,
going to be so good this time.
everything on the top.
You know?
Like the smell of fresh school supplies is
Nostalgic.
so, I mean, like walking into a stationery store and getting getting your one fancy pen that you're gonna like. This is the pen that is
The
actually
gel roll.
the gel roll, like the fancy one.
Yes.
Maybe you have something with a Karopi on top. Maybe you're a Karopi this year. Maybe this year
Yeah.
you're gonna be Hello Melody. You know, you're
Yeah.
going a little different.
Right. You tried Bats Maru. It wasn't you.
Yeah, you were like you thought I was edgy, but no, you're actually going this way. Or maybe this is the year you are going edgy.
Right.
You know, maybe you're
Anything is
Pachaco.
possible.
Anything is possible.
Everything is possible.
It's September. It's September 1st.
That's right.
Anything is
it's a September
possible.
to remember.
It-
My favorite thing about fall is the fall fashions because I'm sick of not layering. That was my
Yes.
favorite thing about living in San Francisco is that I was always layered because the day, even like a whole San Francisco day changes from like LA does too, kind of like it does go from like cold to hot to cold.
Sure.
And I just loved having like, it's almost like a, you're doing a reveal. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like
You're
or,
a nesting
you know,
doll. You're a Russian nesting doll.
And this is what I wear, and then now outside I'm this. And there was something about wearing. My favorite article of clothing is jacket. /
Yes.
coat because it does so much for you. It not only gives you
Yes.
shape, but it gives you like, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's something steeped in like military or something like that. The jacket is very like of military garb, or like
Oh, you're talking about like the sharp corners, the shoulder,
the
like,
shoulders, the the like fitted look to give you that like triangle shape.
It
I
feels
don't
like-
have like angles on my body, as
But
you
so
guys
it gives
all
you
know.
shape. I mean,
Yes.
to me that the jacket, like especially not a puffer coat or it's a coat. I'm talking about a light jacket, a peak coat, maybe even at like its most extreme and thick, a wool
Right,
like version.
right.
But it is ultimately an envelope, right?
Yes.
It's an envelope for you, and it's sending you somewhere. You're going somewhere. You're putting on a coat. You're going somewhere. Where's it sending
Right.
you? Like it,
So it's not your house.
not your house.
So
you're
it's
out.
got to be important.
You gotta
It's
go.
got to be important. You got to go. And it gives me purpose, and it's the only thing that like I've enjoyed getting creative with,
Your
as
coats?
opposed to like my shirts or my pants. I have like a
Interesting.
blindness to that. I don't know why. Like maybe it's like too close to my body or something like that. But the coat the jacket I've always been very attracted to. Like I have like tons of jackets, but I own like 3 shirts. You know what I mean? Like I think it's because I feel it feels more like it's a way I can peacock.
Okay.
And it's a way I know how to, I guess. Like it's I wonder if like other men think of like collecting Jordans or something like that in the same
Sure.
way, where it's like this is my version of like standing out, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it is the way that you peacock. That's a very interesting word. Yeah. It's the way
Yeah.
that you like kind of strut around and you display what makes you different.
Character.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're on the street. That's a very New York
Yeah.
thing. Like where because you're
It's
not
New
indoors.
York.
Yes. Because you're on the
It's
street. You're walking.
Yes.
You're
And
you're
I don't
an envelope.
have right being sent around, but I don't have I don't have much many opportunities to wear jackets out here. So I'm excited to go back to the Midwest and because I'm going to be staying out in the Midwest for like 2.5 weeks.
I know.
So the jackets are on my mind right now because I'm packing and I'm like, how many can I bring? Should I just buy another jacket? Like I'm already thinking about like shopping space in my bag. But yeah, I'm excited to see you for your birthday. Are you now? At first, you were gonna do this big thing at this new house that maybe was gonna happen, but now you're not. So like,
I'm not.
What are the plans now?
Okay, so can I tell you? It was my wedding anniversary yesterday.
Happy anniversary! What
Thank
number?
you. 14.
Wow! Clack 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 clack. Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
2 7-year itches.
Yeah.
Wow! Congrats.
I'm covered in a rash. And it's like, it's one of those things where I did we didn't do anything. Like I think we're going to dinner tomorrow. I don't know what it is, Peter. I do not want to do anything.
Be celebrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't want to do anything for my birthday. So this will be my 40. I will be beginning my 42nd year of life.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this has never happened to me. I've never not cared about my birthday. I've never not been like, oh yeah, I'll just like be chill this year. No, every year it's important. Every year it's like a usually
To do.
a to do. There's a litany of
Right.
things and events and different various groups of people I wish to have celebrate me.
Okay.
And I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Is this growth, or am I
It might
depressed?
be. It might be both. What's the difference? Is there a difference? The more you know. Listen, I
mean-
feel the same exact way. I really do. And I never understood those people who are like, I don't make a big deal about my birthday. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yes.
host something. Even like a small dinner just to like, and I was telling my brother this, my younger brother this the other day. He was feeling like this. Now he's 31 and he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, and he's out in the East Coast and I want to be there for him, but I can't. So I was like, you want me to send you some money,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like, do you want to go out and like take a friend out to dinner and be just you guys, at least get a little tiny cake, blow out a fucking candle just for the fucks of it,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just so that you're not like getting ground down by the like milieu of everyday life and not remembering that like you're important and worthy and blah blah blah,
That's like, yeah, that's the function of these like sort of moments and days, right? To celebrate and like
Right.
recognize
to
and
remember that
punctuate.
you're
Yes.
actually alive.
Yes, because that you're not just simply living.
Yeah, and there are people who around you who love you, because there are not a lot of chances we get to be loved publicly. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a
Right.
thing that happens a lot. I mean, celebrities, you get it every day, but like you and I, we're not. So, and I don't know. I kind of felt his pain though. Like I was like, because I don't really want it either. It all feels like hoopla,
Yes.
and like 정신없어 and blah blah blah.
Yes.
But here's what I'll say. And I bet you would say the same thing to me if this was December. Is that while I understand that, I think sometimes, usually once a year, we should stop.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just to like pause so that you're not like just blazing by. Just for that. Like, even if you do it alone, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need a bunch of us around or whatever, even though I am coming into town, and that would be very rude. But but I would say, even if it's something you do alone at a Korean spot or whatever, like, I think that is at least important, even if it's not like a bunch of people making a bunch of to-dos about whatever. Because I get that. It's like 귀찮아,
Yes. Kichana.
right?
Like that's
but you
literally
can't
it.
be 귀찮아 to the point where you don't do anything. I think that's
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah. 그 말은
That's
맞아.
that's the difference between growth and depression, I think. Because growth would mean that you're doing it and you're conscious and you're self-aware, but you're still doing the good things and self-care that you know is good for you, and
Right.
yada.
I was thinking that like there's this point as we age where, we talk about it on the pod, like where our emotional growth does not feel in keeping with our age, because the shit we're learning feels like elementary, and
Yeah.
so, and there is
Yeah.
no great wisdom that you start to gain by becoming older. But the thing that happens is like you do get tired. And so I was realizing that like because you're tired, you think that it's like it comes off as, oh, I'm 40. I'm 40.
Indifference.
Yeah, I'm 40. I don't have any fucks left, right? I don't give any fucks. And that comes off as like this strength. But I think the truth might be that our fucks have been taken from us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
We have no
Like,
fucks left.
Yeah, there are no fucks left. Like it's
We're
not like
bereft of fucks.
it's not like I gave them away because I was like out of this like sort of largesse and moment of clarity. No, they were taken away. I woke up and they
Yeah.
were no longer there.
Yeah.
My hut has no fucks.
Think of fucks as your viable eggs. It's a diminishing return, my friend.
And the ones that are there are no good.
Toxic at best.
You're not gonna make anything good with those fucks. Like it's
No.
not. You're gonna have to.
Honey, you don't want these fucks.
You do not want these.
No, I get that. I understand that. You get Kichano, and then you think it's almost like I feel sometimes a little embarrassed to be doing something.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, and what?
And what?
And what? What else? But like, I don't know. Like, if you had a friend that felt that way, would you just be like, all right, talk to you next year? You know what I mean? Like,
Chill, peace, bye.
Yeah, bye. Ooh, phew. Save me a night.
Sorry about your depression. Bye.
Yeah, No, I get it. It's hard to celebrate yourself when you feel like you're down.
I'm not even down. It's just like I don't have this impulse. Like it's not. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't have.
Okay.
It's literally the first year of my life. I didn't start thinking about it weeks in advance. Like even my wedding anniversary. Like
What,
typically,
that you didn't think about it.
I literally did. I typically do a big family party. I host.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
so yeah, it's just maybe this is a funky time right now.
Yeah. Maybe this
Yeah.
is this is a off year, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you've been going through that like hormonal stuff, like things are changing within your body. So like, and then you got told that you were almost, what was it? Developmentally disabled or something like that.
Yeah,
You
I
had
am
some kind of
awkward.
crazy learning disability. I don't know. Like you're autistic. You found out a lot of things about yourself. You gotta give yourself a break, ma'am. We'll do something. We'll do something small and fun, and we'll have like a tiny little celebration, and it doesn't have to be like a large gesture. Like it could be like small.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this. I don't know. Like, there's this part of me where there's a version of you that you're like maintaining and is expected. Like, there's a part of me that would have almost from inertia started doing something because, like, that's what happens every year around this time. I start doing this, and we get this, and I put in the order for this, and I didn't like it's. I don't know. It's just a different relationship I'm having with like all of it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you're just not in the mood.
It's not in keeping with who I even how I even see myself.
What is that?
I haven't hosted anything this year.
Oh, interesting.
Like I haven't at all. Like in 2024.
Do you not want people in your house? Let's start there.
No, I mean,
do you
don't know.
like having people in your home?
Of course, I love it. I love that
You
feeling.
love
We
it.
both like to host.
The bustling.
Yes,
like,
we both love to host. I love the feeling of like being in the kitchen, yelling at people. No, get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I love a charcuterie board. Like that's my jam. Like I love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what it is. It's this year I have done nothing.
Wow.
Hosted nothing. My son actually said something about it.
What did he say?
We haven't had anybody over. And I was like, yeah.
Huh. Maybe
I mean,
you
like,
should. Yeah. Do you want to host something for your birthday?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you a different question. Would you like your husband to arrange something to be hosted for you on your birthday?
No. I don't think so.
Why?
It's all of it is. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's honestly maybe there's just because I have never had this impulse to not like I don't even know what else to do. Like how people do stuff in a smaller way.
I mean, it sounds like to me you're just like chichasa, like you're tired of doing the thing. Because like
I am tired. That's maybe
you're tired of doing. You don't have the energy to put into even planning the thing, and while you
Planning.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you about the husband thing, or like even like if you were rich enough, let's say, you had a like dedicated party planner like these housewives have.
Oh yes.
Like and someone just like plans everything for you. You cut them a check, and then you get to do the get out of here, no hosting, whatever, without all the planning or doing or buying or shipping or you know what I mean, like. Maybe that's where the disconnect is that like you used to have the energy to put into this thing you liked because it was worth it at the end, but maybe you just don't have the energy, but you still want it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the energy is definitely a thing. If I had a party planner, if there was like I had that sort of disposable income, yes, for sure. But my
like
husband
if you had a
would not
spare
trust.
$10,000,
A spare 10 grand, yeah, sure.
you know what I mean, to just throw out a planner. They take like $2,000 of it, and then they spend $8,000 to like make a beautiful party for you. You know what I mean? Like
$1,000 party.
I mean, let's just say that's where we are.
Yeah.
You know,
okay,
like,
yeah. Why not?
of course.
Yeah.
Let's even scale it down, 3,000.
Okay. Yes. That's
Yeah,
more
they
appropriate.
They take $600 of it,
Yeah.
and then they plan the rest with like 2,700, 2,600.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never say no to that. That's crazy. That's like that's a dream to not have to go to Costco.
This is what I mean.
Are you kidding me? The schlepping. That's what I don't want anymore. I think that's where you are too. Like, I just don't want to do the work. Like,
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, I might be projecting onto you, but to me, the reason why I host less, and I do love to host, is when I'm hosting, like, I want it to be like a memorable experience.
Yes.
For my guests, like a special thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that like urge to make it special for others has gone down. And I think it's because I need it to be special for me. This is specifically for me. Like, and maybe this might be the growth thing. Like, I'm realizing that like no one does this shit for me. I'm always the one being overly thoughtful, overly planning, and then what do I get at the end? Oh, thanks, that was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have the same impulse. I don't know if it's like my impulse to make things special has gone down. I think my faith in my ability to execute that plan has gone down. Like, that's the kichana. Like, because like I know I want it to look like this, and I do not have faith in myself currently that I will be able to
get there.
Execute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like given like
financially,
energy, like all of it. Like, I don't know if
that's where
there.
I am.
Yeah.
That's where I am. That's why I'm like dreaming about like, okay, financially, if I had the expendable income, then I could just pay offload this thing.
Sure. But if I had that,
I would just throw it together like a Canva to be like, this is the lookbook.
Yes.
This is the feel. This is
the vibe. Yes. I'm going to give you some keywords. Anne of Green Gables, Butterfield 8. Like, I want...
Exactly. That's my dream.
I want
to be a creative director.
Yes. I want Elizabeth Taylor going to Anne of Green Gables to have tea.
Oh, wow. Yes. Very Jardin.
Yes.
Yes.
Execute. Thank you.
Yeah.
Come back to me with napkin options. Thank you. Like, it's just like... It's that, and even like before, like, and the thing is that work that I used to do was joyful when I would do this stuff. It was with joy, because it's like you're doing something for others and you're celebrating.
It's creative.
It's creative and it's all this stuff, and it's not rooted in work. It's not. There is no other thing aside from just giving other people and your friends a good time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's like that. It's that impulse is still there. It's just like my belief in all this stuff. Like I can't spend $35 on prosciutto right now.
No, it's exactly, it's money, and money is energy.
Yeah.
Like, trust me when I say, when I get a big residual check, I am energized to spend.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm coming out there. I feel you. It is, it's a weird time, and it's okay. 42 is not a crazy year to be celebrating anyway, so it's not like you're missing. Right? It's not like 50 and you're like, I feel down. Like 42 is a perfect year to feel like meh. 41 through 45, I think 41 through 50.
41 through 50? Like, no.
I think all the 40s could be meh. I'm fine.
All the 40s?
We're in our 40s. What are we doing?
Let's give 45 its own spot. Like, let's
45.
Let's pop off at 45 because
right.
all of your
what's 45? Half of 90? What are we celebrating?
All your most significant aging occurs at 44.
Huh?
What lot you mean? Like all of the stuff, like
your wrinkles and stuff.
Like when your body really starts like hitting it in terms of aging.
Oh my God, it's already hit. Let me tell you, Eric pulled up a photo of us of when we were moving out here, our road trip out here, and we took a selfie at the Grand Canyon, and I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, I look 19. It was 7 years ago, Eunji. Like, I aged so much. Like, LA has really aged me.
Do you think it's LA or do you think it's pandemic?
Well, I mean, it's all coincidental, but I moved to LA and then there was pandemic, then Trump, then pandemic, then double strike. So, like,
yes.
It's been hard.
I mean, like, truly, I do think that's like...
It's been tough.
it's been tough. Like I think there's some part of, because I was looking at some old photos of me too, and like I don't look older, but I definitely seem sadder. Like, you know, yes, like versus like when I see like my pictures, like that's like maybe the youth, like the light of youth being extinguished. But
the joie
like,
de vivre.
dude, I literally am still having issues with my set right now. So I did actually Google, how do you connect
Wait,
with
you
your...
still got the yips?
I still have the yips.
Okay, tell me about this.
I'm getting there. But I literally Googled, how do you connect with your talent again? And it was like all these like Reddit threads about people who used to draw and trying to reconnect with their creativity. And I was like, bitch, this is not what I'm looking for. I need a breathing exercise. Give me someone who has talent, not these hobbyists that are looking to start writing again in their 40s, you know? Like, I'm still actively pursuing comedy. Like I'm not like I never stopped. So except for like 5 weeks, and I can't fucking get it going. And
wow, what do you mean by that? It's not getting. Each show has felt off.
Yes.
Since we last talked.
Yes.
Since you first brought this up to me, how many shows have you had?
3.
And describe this, like, the succession. And also, may I ask, this is probably all part and parcel of the issues, but if you were back in the swing of things and feeling hot, would you be more wanting to celebrate your birthday?
Oh, no, this is already, no, I don't think so.
It's different? It's not part of the thing?
That's important. I don't know. I actually hadn't thought about that. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, tell me about the succession of the 3 first.
I didn't think about that, Peter. Maybe. I honestly, so the first one, I'm also doing I'm doing a lot of new material because I'm just trying to figure out.
So you're self-sabotaging.
No, but I'm also like, I can't get up there and do my old material. Like, it's going to feel like the way that I want to feel my comedy again. I need to feel it rhythmically out. So like, you're right, I am self-sabotaging a little bit, like, because I'm taking the harder route there. But yeah, it's just like I can't like connect with like the thing and the bit and the audience, and like it just feels so like I get the engine running, the car is going, it turns on, but we have to turn it over a bunch. Like it's all right, then like you have to get out and start pushing it for a little bit, and then I'm putting it, and then we have to start running, and then I'm jumping into the car.
What's the bit? What's the material?
So I'm doing some material about how
you doing like shit about Russian literature and shit, like
no,
just really giving yourself a high bar.
No, I'm doing like I'm writing so much, but right now I for a while there I was doing some stuff about the Olympics and how patriotic I was, and my son. That was a different show, but this time I'm doing a lot of stuff about like Criterion Collection and like wanting to watch Kung Fu Panda. It's none of it is like over the top or like lofty. It's just, I don't know, like I can't, like, even if I was bombing, like usually I can get the people to be looking at me and I feel okay about the bomb, and I'm still not getting there. And I was doing stuff that felt a little more dangerous because like did I tell you that I picked, so when we were up in Michigan, we ran into family friends, and they're biracial, and the kids are like just loose on this property. It's great, like they're just truly being free, like you're saying, like summertime child stuff, like they're out past 9 o'clock just in bands of boys just running around and, you know, roasting marshmallows and all that. And I went and got them from the game room, and the 2 boys, it was like 10, and they were like really relieved because they were getting tired because, you know, they're good boys. And they were like, his friend was like, I'm glad you got us. Though some of those girls were like 15. These kids are like 8 and 11, right? And so they were afraid of this teen girl who was, as he put it, playing bad music. And I was like, what do you mean? What kind of bad music? And he said, it was songs that had the N-word in it.
Okay.
Okay, so these are two boys that are biracial, right? And they're like half black, half white. And they're like, yeah, it had words that songs that had the N-word in it. And my son goes, what's the N-word?
Oh no.
And his two friends are like, bruh, we can't talk about this right now. We're not going to tell you what it is.
Oh, like, you're watching this happening, or he's telling you this afterwards?
No, I'm actively in the conversation because
oh my God.
I'm walking them home.
Uh-huh.
And so we say goodnight to those boys. They go off to their cabin, and Saul and I walk to our cabin, and we are getting ready for bed. And he looks at me and goes like, but seriously, what is it? And I'm like, I'm not talking to you about this right now. And he starts to guess.
Oh no. No.
And he guesses nuts. The other one is ninjas.
Oh, and you're like,
closer.
Kind of? Yeah. That's funny. That didn't work?
That's what I'm saying. And like trying to get there through like, and ultimately kind of getting to the point where like there's so much, like, because my son lives in such a like progressive environment. There are times like this, and like when we talk about like anti-Asian shit, I feel like I'm teaching him racism. Like I have to explain to him like stereotypes.
Well, you kind of have to, because he has to know that it exists.
But this is the thing, like it feels crazy because like the part of this bit is like when we were watching the Olympics, we were watching a lot of basketball, and later that night he was reading about Black Panther, and he points at Black Panther and goes, he looks like a basketball player. And I'm like, bruh, shut up. That's toxic.
No.
Like, no, you're canceled. And I was like, you can't say that. And and I'm like, why do you think he is a basketball player? And he's like, because he has a beard and he's black. And I was like, okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what would you say? How would you feel if people thought that you were just like automatically good at things that Asian people are good at, you know? Or like they gave you a stereotype like that. And Peter, swear to God, my son looks at me and goes, what are Asian people good at?
And you're like, math,
I'm like,
shy.
You know what I mean? Like I have to give him all this like fucking stereotypes. But Peter, he takes a beat after he says like, what are Asian people good at? And you're like, this is what I do admire about my son. He does try. Like he guessed, and his guess was he took a beat and he was like, swimming? And the thing is, like, he can't swim.
No,
and I
you can't swim. Yeah.
So where the fuck is this going?
Where'd you get that from?
But it's like I am teaching him. I have to teach him versions of like. I have to teach him the stereotypes.
Yeah, you do. My partner's sister-in-law. I told you this, I think, during the George Floyd riots, and they're in Minneapolis. So we were on Zoom, and they were like, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
My son has to learn about racism. And I have to tell him that racism exists. And I was like, yeah, girl, you do. That's your job. That's your job. And you tell them Santa Claus is fake. Like, there are hard things we have to say. That's why you don't have kids.
I mean, it's so funny.
Kidding, but yeah.
Okay.
It's so true. Like, it sucks that you have to like be like, oh wait, I have to introduce this whole concept to you, and then be like, but don't do it.
And then also like and the thing is like, you know, he may grow up in a world where that stereotype doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, like as we move forward and like all these things, like, you know, as more different kinds of Asians and like our generation comes up, like all of my kid's not going to be like crazy smart. He's not going to be good at math. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't be a stereotype that persists.
Maybe your kid's young enough. Maybe it'll turn over. But I just saw a headline the other day. I was like, it was right after I saw something about like affirmative action being bad or whatever, And then like almost the exact next headline was MIT admittance over 60% Asian.
Yeah.
That's basically the college version of wrong science. Like we were
Yes.
like 42% Asian. So I was like, I get it. Like some things are just statistically true. It's just it. Like we gear towards the math and science. Like that's just what we do. Like I'm sorry. Like we don't do the arts, okay? Like that's white people stuff. Like look, that's why you and I are sitting here in a fucking podcast screaming into our 40s about trying to be in the arts. The fuck are we doing? We should have remained in STEM. We would be so filthy rich and your kid would know all about fucking stereotypes.
He wouldn't think we were fucking good at swimming. Like, your son would be such a fucking idiot.
You're a
Like,
fucking geek. Yeah, things are changing real fast. But yeah,
it's
that's really funny. It sucks that you're not having headway back into your comedy though, because that's really frustrating. That's like I'm scared about that because I'm leaving on the red eye tonight to go to Minnesota.
oh, that's
And
right.
I'm spending a week in Minneapolis and then doing a show at Winona State University, a 10 p.m. show on a Friday night in the Crisco Ballroom. I'm like, who's going to be there? This is crazy, but I'm doing an hour and I'm scared because I'm like, I'm rusty, girl. Like, I haven't been up since like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean,
It'll take me a second to get into it, but I know what you mean. Like, it's just like, it's the most frustrating thing because you know it's there. It's just like right there, but you're like not able to like latch onto it.
And it feels scary. It's like I don't know, when people start to experience lack of sensation in their extremities, like with MS, like where like all of a sudden like I can't feel it. That's what's scary to me. Like, Can
I share with you what I've been doing? That's been pretty good.
Yes,
like
please.
As in like it's been a pretty good ritual, I would say.
When did you start doing this? Why didn't you tell me this last week?
I forgot. Oh, no, because I think I've told you this before. But I've been doing mirror, like self-talk in the mirror.
No, you have not told me this.
I have not told you this?
No.
So I've been doing, like, what do they call it? Not affirmations, but I guess it's called affirmations. Like, you're going to kill it. You're a comedy genius. You're going to have fun out there. Yeah, you're unstoppable. You know, like, just hyping yourself up. Oh,
you say genius, unstoppable?
You're a comedy god. Yeah.
And you don't laugh at yourself?
No, I don't.
You make out with yourself at the end?
No, it's little like at first it was very hard to do.
Yes.
I got this from our friend Jonathan Giuseppe, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because they used to do it in front of the mirror, and I remember when I first did it, I was like, this is so ick and yuck, and
yes.
I can't do this anymore. But it gets easier and easier. And what I've noticed is that when I do it, it is a similar effect as meditation is, where it kind of like clears things, where it like helps me be like present.
Okay.
And like on stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be like a placebo effect or whatever it is, but like it's been working. So
you do it before you go on stage?
Like, you know, when you're like in the green room, just go to the bathroom, and you know, while I'm washing my hands, I just do a quick like mirror talk.
So do you say it out loud or do you think it?
Out loud. You have to say it out loud. Yeah, the thinking does not count. You have to say that. There's something about you saying the words. You watching your dumb fucking mouth say those creepy ass nice words to yourself and being self-loving and watching yourself do it, that really, I know. It's
How
like,
long do you do it for?
Just a couple of seconds. It doesn't have to be long. But you're just like, it's like like an athlete hyping themselves up, like getting in the zone or something like that. Like,
sure.
It's very similar to that, where like, I can imagine like, I don't know, like a basketball star, like having headphones on and just like being in the corner, you know, like just listening to their pump up music. Like it's similar to that, I think. Like I've never done that in my life. I don't know what I would do that for, but you know, I don't like to run. But I think mentally it feels like it does a similar type of thing where you're just like, you're doing positive self-talk. You're like, you're the man, you're going to kill it, blah, blah. It's basically erasing self-doubt.
To say it out loud feels
Is crazy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It took me like weeks to do it right.
Like
weeks.
even like formulating the words I don't even know what I would say to myself.
You might need to write it down.
Yeah.
You have to say like crazy ass shit like you're a comedy god. Because like it has to be like so like it has to be like hip hop levels of grandiosity.
Okay, I will try this. This is a
try
this.
Try
I will try
it.
this.
It's gonna be ick, but imagine like if it works. You know what I mean?
And then you're witnessing the birth of a comedy god, baby.
I think everything in life is you have to trick the way you're wired. That's it. Like you can't try to change the way you are. You just have to trick yourself
into like being the best version of yourself.
Yeah, like to be optimized.
Okay. I mean,
you're never gonna not be you. I'm never not gonna be me. But like these little tricks, I think help like you not like, I don't know, fall into the grooves. That's all therapy is, right? It's like you figuring out like noticing the grooves and then analyzing why you do the thing and then like stop taking a breath and stopping it and then making better choices. Like that's all.
So you're kind of
mental health is.
You're kind of like deep faking a version of yourself.
Sure.
Right? Like you're like manifesting.
I mean, it is a version of yourself. It's just not there all the time. You're just pulling her out.
And fucking her.
In the mirror. Yeah, you're just pulling the best version of yourself out before it's game time.
Yes, this is helpful. This is helpful. Like I will try this.
Similar to difficult. Like doing Listerine before or like brushing your teeth. You know, it's like a reset of like yourself. You're between shows. Like you're like, okay, that was Peter Kim 8 p.m. This is Peter Kim 10 p.m. Like you're not bringing that like 8 p.m. show onto the 10 p.m. It's like that similar type of. I think that's how I'm equating it back to like why it works.
Okay, I guess I'll try
it out. Give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
We'll
feel foolish.
It happens all the time.
All right, folks. Hey, check out our show on 9/11 at the Lincoln Lodge.
Never forget.
We'll be there. Never forget. And we love you. And check out the Patreon. Talk to you next time. Bye.